Hello and welcome to another exciting session on Scratch with Mr. Harry. So today we'll complete our game on Scratch, our dodgeball game. So today we'll create variables and we'll split today's project into three: the Benny sprite, the ball, and the backdrop. So let's begin with the backdrop. So we would create the backdrop. So let's duplicate this. We'll have a game screen, this game screen, and the second one is going to be called game over. So when the game is over, this screen will be called. So we'll click on the text and write manually game over. I'm going to type this. Okay, so we'll choose from this our font style here. I'll just stick with marker. So you can see it's okay, it's looking fine. So what we want to do would be just to make it look a little bit nice. Okay, now be sure to click on this because we need to code this. So what do we need when we call this backdrop? We'll go to event block. What should happen? The following should happen: that we should switch this screen to game screen, and when the sprite loses all its life, that the game should automatically be over. That's what it means. So for that, we'll click on control and we'll scroll down to until the life is equal to 0. So at this point, we'll create a variable. How do we create a variable? You go to variable, click on the variable block and make a variable. So we need a life variable, so we'll make this. Okay, so we need a live variable. So for this operation, we'll need to make use of the operator. Okay, so we'll say until life is equal to 0, this screen should not be called. So whenever this screen is equal to 0, then the game is over. So to that effect, there should be a broadcast message. So where do we get the broadcast message? We'll click on event block, scroll down to broadcast. Then we will also type a broadcast message. Click on new message. Let's say game over. So the game is over. Everyone should be aware, all the sprites should be aware that the game is over. So when I receive this message that the game is over, what should I do? I should automatically switch this backdrop to say that the game is over. So this, at that point, this screen is not going to be called. All right, now we are done with this screen. The next thing we want to code would be the sprites. Okay, so we'll choose between the ball and the sprites, but I say let's go with the sprites since the ball will be the last thing to code. So let's go with the sprites. Now we have created a variable. Let's create two more variables. So click on this, make a variable. Click on we need a score because we need to take the score, and we need another variable which is to take the speed of the ball. Okay, so now let's set our variables that we've created already. So this is life. Life is set to 3 or 5. Let's say 5. Second one I want to set is score. Let's set our score to thought we created score variable. Oh, let's make variable score. Okay, so our score variable is here now. So let's set our score to 0 and set our ball speed to -5. So now after that is done, we want to say when I receive a broadcast message, we'll go to event block. So when the sprite receives a broadcast message, what should the sprite do? Of game over. So it means the sprite should automatically stop every script on the screen, right? Stop all scripts. There's a challenge with this particular code because we'll get to that. All right. So stop all screen. Then output your results. So I would want to say my result here. Maybe it's just say great job. See, great job. I can duplicate this, right? And yeah, can duplicate this and say you scored dash. I can also duplicate this further. So at this point, we'll need to use a join operator to be able to get the score. So here we'll call join operator and we'll call the variable score. So let our score be equal to dash. Okay, what's the points scored? So kind of, you know, right. Now the initial score we gave was a list score, and we actually do not want a list score. We actually want this. So we can do is to reposition this on the screen, okay, so that it looks nice. So after that, we can now go straight to our ball and code our ball. The reason for this is so that you don't get confused. So you just pick them one after the other and code them, okay? So here now, what we want to do is, first and foremost, now I have gotten my message. When I get this my message, what should I do? When I get this my message, what should I do? I should hide everything on the screen. That is what I'm trying to say. Hide everything on the screen and stop every script. So stop every script here, and voila, But there are some functions we need to do. Once you stop every script, this script will not work. So in order to make this particular script work, because we need to play the game over and over again, once a particular game ends, you need to start the game all over again. So you click on show. All right, now this is the part that I want to show us. Right now we would need to add our lives here and increment our life. For that, we'll need a control block, our if statement, to say if the board touches a sprite, the sprite should lose a life. So in order for the sprite to lose a life, we need the board to touch the sprite. And in order for us to code that, we need a kind of sensor or touching code, which is here. We'll click on this and say Benny. Benny is the name of the sprite. Then we would issue a sound. Okay, we issue a sound here. So I love this sound here, and alien click. So I'll go with this. All right, so I'll start this sound here. Now, the next thing I want to do here would be to change the life by -1. So how do I change the life by -1? I'll go to variable. I say change life by -1, so that whenever the ball touches the sprite, it loses a life. Now after that, I will need to duplicate this so that it will repeat itself. All right, duplicate this, take away that, we don't need that. So bring this here. Then after that, I will need to change the score here to 1, so that the score will be incremented. You can also change the speed of the ball here as well. So change the speed of the ball as well here. You can change the speed of the ball maybe to -0.2. So when I click on this, the score is being incremented. The ball speed is also being incremented. Everything is working simultaneously. I can move here, I can move there. See, my life, if I touch this, the life, everything is working perfectly. But I want to add more complications to this by duplicating this ball into 3, so that we make it more competitive. So what I can do is to add just make the ball 3, you see, and I can as well increase the time. So if I click on this, the balls are dropping down. You see, balls are dropping down. So we can do more changes or improve on this. But I hope you'll be able to practice on this. And if you have any challenges, just pause the video, try it out again and again until you feel more comfortable. I want to thank you for viewing. If you like this video, please